Hey everybody, and welcome to another Bookshelf Tuesday. Today it's authors with L and M. Let's start with L. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is a classic I recommend everybody to read. I really like the story and how it is written. A Short History of Tractors in Ukrainian by Marina Levitska is a hilarious book. This story is so funny of the old man who marries this young woman and she just wants his money and to be in England instead of in Ukraine. I thought it was very, very funny. After reading the first book of Marina Levitska, I was very disappointed with this one. We're all made of glue. It sounded funny, but I thought the story was not as captivating and hilarious as her first book. And there's a full review up for this book. The Disreputable History of Frankie Landau Banks by E. Lockhart is the first book I made a review on. And I wanted to talk about it because I thought it was hilarious and funny, but I didn't really agree with the ending. As a teenager, I really liked Indiana Jones and I loved his adventure books. I could devour them over a weekend. A few years back, I just saw some of them in the used bookstores, so I thought, oh, I'll always love them, so just buy some. And I realized that now I don't like his stories as much anymore, but I still have 3 of them. Dance of the Giants by Rob McGregor. The Unicorn's Legacy by Rob McGregor, and The Genesis Deluge by Rob McGregor. Wicked by Gregory Maguire was a disappointment. I didn't expect the story to be so weird. I thought it was more funny and hilarious. Let's continue over here with The Life of Pi by Jan Martel. I really was reluctant to buy this book for a very long time, but when I bought it, I couldn't put it aside. I really loved the story. It was so captivating and it was written in a way that you were thirsty as well while reading it. And at the end, it just got you thinking, and I really recommend this book to everyone. Atonement by Ian McEwan. Another postcard. I really hated this book. I started it, I didn't like it. And my friend who gave it to me just said, continue reading, it gets better and better. And I read and I read and I read. And I still hated it. And I said, when is it getting better? And she said, then. And I was like, oh my god, I hated that scene. I never started Moby Dick. I know the story, but when I think about reading it, it just scares me. Look how big it is. Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller. This is what books look like when you have to read them in school here. Reclam is a publishing company that does very small books for very small money, so you buy them at school. It was an okay story, not a happy one. 2 More Plays by Arthur Miller. A View from the Bridge and All My Sons. I really don't like his stories. They're rather depressing, so I don't know why I buy them all the time. The Tender Bar by Joe Muringer. I was surprised how much I liked the book. When I bought it, I thought I've had the idea of this small child looking over the counter wanting to buy chocolate. So I was surprised when it's about a bar being a bar where they serve alcohol and how he spends his life there and what the bar means in his life or what the bar meant in his life. I really was very impressed by the story and the writing of it. I planned to take a class on this book, Utopia by Sir Thomas More, but then the teacher got sick, so I never started reading the book. Rule Number 1 by Rupert Morgan is a hilarious book, even though it has a serious background. It was written after 9/11 and refers to it a lot, but in a different way. There was no plane attack, there was a computer attack, and the people started to become really healthy, and it's just a hilarious story that I just found very funny and an interesting idea. For this section I also have some books in the Evacuated Finnish series bookshelf. The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I bought it when the first movie came out because I was curious about the story and I heard about it before but never read it. And I have to say I didn't like all of the stories. I liked some of them, but I didn't really like the films. Only the first one. But the second one was bad and I didn't even see the third one. Then there's Armistead Maupin. He wrote the Tales of the Cities series and I really liked the first one. I loved it. I devoured it. I couldn't stop reading. It was so hilarious. But as the characters grow older, the stories grow less interesting or less captivating. Maybe it's because of the times. They move and grow older in the time. So it starts in the 70s and I think the last one was in the 80s. There's Tales of the City, more Tales of the City, Further Tales of the City, and Baby Cakes. Yeah, and then we come to what I call my Twilight problem. I don't know why I like them so much, but I do. I even have the graphic novel, the first one. It's rather well made, but I don't know if I want to get the second one as well, because it's the same story. There's of course Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. By the way, I can't wait for the movie to start. I already have tickets. That's it already for today. Thank you for watching till the end, and I hope you have a very nice week. Bye bye.